Okay, so I'm going to compare the Simplisafe, this is an older model, but it's what we had, Simplisafe to the Ring. These are the two big, no contract DIY home security systems. And we use this for 6 years, and we've had this now for about 2 months. So I'm going to give you my rundown on the difference. Now I know there are some differences with the newer models, but for us to get those advantages, we were going to have to buy new equipment. So, to begin with, the initial price, I think is pretty close. So the Ring 5-piece set comes with the base, the keypad, one motion sensor, a door or window sensor, and an extender. The Simplisafe starter kit is 8 pieces, and it comes with the base, keypad, a panic button, a motion sensor, and 4 door and window chimes. So you would, I do feel like Simplisafe wins in this area because their starter kit's a little better, but once you get the pieces you need, I think the prices are pretty comparable. Difficulty we had with Simplisafe was finding a place for the base to go. One place it was having interference from the washer dryer, one place it was having wall interference. Like, communication for this model of Simplisafe is cell only. For Ring, it is Wi-Fi with cellular backup. Let's migrate down with the comparisons. The Simplisafe door chime is like this, and the Ring door chime is like this. So I feel like the Ring is, the Simplisafe is a little less noticeable, but I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. So if you have your kids sneaking out of the house or somebody trying to sneak in your house, I think you're going to notice it easier with the Ring. I think the Simplisafe is easier to kind of block that little beep out. Both systems offer door and window sensors. They both often offer motion. They both have a smoke and CO listener, which just mounts near your smoke and listens for it, and if it goes off, then it alerts the fire, police, EMS. They both offer flood sensors. They both offer panic buttons. These are the 2 different panic buttons. And they both offer a temperature sensor. Simplisafe does offer a glass break sensor.
Mm-hmm. And so far, Ring does not offer.
Correct, at this point. Keypads. So this one is on battery.
Mm-hmm. Battery only for this version is Simplisafe.
And we didn't have to replace batteries.
No, it's 4 AA's, and they seem to last
forever,
a year or so.
Okay. And then this one is rechargeable, and they say it lasts, I think it was about 4 to 6 months. And you can have different modes, sleep mode, or what my husband just showed you was the motion detector, so it lights up what mode it's in when it detects that motion. So yeah, it's rechargeable. The one thing I will give Simplisafe the advantage in here is it has a silent alarm. You could put in a code, you could put in like 1 digit before your passcode, and it would turn it off. Like if somebody's coming in your house and says turn your alarm off, you could hit that 1 button plus your code and it would turn it off, but it's still called the authorities.
Mm-hmm. So like, you can set that to whatever you want. So
yeah,
you have a normal code where you turn it off and it actually turns it off, but then you have a silent alarm code, which is still 4 digits, and you can set it to whatever you want, and it'll still alert the authorities, but appear like it's turning off the alarm, which is a really nice feature.
Ring at this point does not offer that. That is one thing I wish they did offer. Thankfully, we've never needed that, but it's nice to have it. Simplisafe has a LED display. I guess it's
LCD.
LCD.
Yeah.
But it's not backlit, so
it does have a light on it, but it's not
very good light.
It's not very good, no.
Where this one, when the numbers in the dark, the numbers light up too.
Yeah, and then if you have it plugged in the power, it stays lit all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
And it can be pretty bright.
Yeah. And that is adjustable. You can turn down the brightness a little bit. So.
This display on the Simplisafe would be iffy. Sometimes it would say home when it was off. Sometimes it would say you had a door open when you didn't. I mean, it would just,
Yeah.
we couldn't trust it fully. So I kind of felt like even though it's there, it wasn't very helpful. And if it says sensor triggered, it doesn't tell you where it is.
Yeah,
so
it says sensor error, doesn't say backdoor sensor or front window sensor or anything like that. You just have to kind of hunt it down.
But with this one, you could hit your home button, and it was just one button, and it would turn on. This one, the only thing is you have to put in your 4 digits and then hit so you have to put your code and then what mode.
Right.
And that's no matter what you're doing, home, away, or armed.
Yeah.
But it is backlit, and the Ring one does talk. So with Simplisafe, you would have to hit it and listen for your base to say that it was armed. This one, the base and the keypad both talk to you. Simplisafe does that for a key fob, but we never used it because unless you use the app with it, it's not helpful because it doesn't tell you if it's armed or not.
Right. So you have a little wireless key fob, and unless you pay for the monitoring, that you don't have any kind of notification to whether you actually pushed it.
Not just the monitoring plus the...
Right. Plus the app access.
Yes.
But you'll probably get to that here in a second.
Both bases talk and both have indicator lights. I feel like this one is more visible to let you know like if it's blue or red. So I feel like this is more helpful. By the way, this is full disclosure, we're sold on Ring here. So,
we'll tell you why here in a minute.
yeah, there's all kinds of reasons, but
yeah.
The app, Simplisafe app, hit or miss. We could get it to connect sometimes we couldn't. Sometimes I'd be in the car and I'd have to call my husband and say, hey, can you turn on the alarm because I can't connect? Or I'd get home and say, can you turn it off because I can't get it to turn off? We'd both be trying to connect, like it's hit or miss. So far the Ring app has been instant. Like you open it, it fires up and it's instant. When you hit off or arm or whatever, the away mode does give you 30 seconds, but I mean it's...
And that's configurable.
Yeah, but it's that quick.
Yeah, as soon as you push arm on the app, on Ring, it's armed. But as soon as you push arm on Simplisafe, it would kind of spin and wait, and you didn't know if it was going to arm or time out, and just had a lot of issues with it.
Yeah, both, well the new Simplisafe, not ours, but Ring, you can tell Alexa to arm your system, and I hope she's not listening. You can tell her to arm it. You cannot have her disarm it though, and that's for safety. So some bad guy can't come into your house and say, Alexa, turn the alarm off. She makes you go turn it off yourself.
Right.
Call times. Simplisafe, I triggered our alarm more than once accidentally, and sometimes they call us and sometimes they didn't. And I didn't like that. I feel like if they're gonna...
It actually seemed more often they didn't call than they did call. Like we would accidentally open a door and not realize we had the alarm on. Alarm would go off, we'd turn it off,
or the sensor would say it's off.
Yeah, or our keypad would say it's off.
And it wasn't.
And it wasn't off, so...
And it would go off.
We just had a lot of issues.
So, so when they call, if they called, it wasn't, I mean, it would be within a minute.
Yeah, if they called, it was within a minute or two, and then, you know, they'd ask you for your safe word, and then, you know, but...
With Ring, so far, we did it when we were setting up our panic button. It was not in monitoring mode yet, but they called before we turned it off. I mean,
yeah, like
they were
as soon as the alarm started, the siren started going.
Like within 3 seconds.
My phone was ringing. So.
And they were like, "You're not monitoring, but is this a real situation?" So they were already on it when we didn't even
Because then once you get your system and set up, the first 7 days you're in a test mode, so you can kind of learn and
not set off false alarms.
Yeah, but even in test mode, they will call you. So they called and said,
if it's real or not.
"You're in test mode, but is this a real emergency?" And we were like, "No." So, anywho,
the next thing is the app. So the Simplisafe app just let you do home, away, or off. And the Ring app, we started Ring because we got the doorbell. And then we found out about all the other things, so that's when we switched, because we were going to have to get a new system anyways. So it lets you check your doorbell, it lets you look at that and see who's at your door. If you get the cameras that go with it, you can look at all of those. There's all kinds of settings. You can change the color, not the color, but the brightness on here, the volume on the things. It tells you if one of them's not responding, it tells you which one it is. It's way more informational than the Simplisafe app was.
Yep.
And you can set up, there was owner status and guest and another.
Yeah, you can set up guests.
So if you have like a house
So if you
cleaner or
somebody coming over to watch your dogs or something.
Pets while you're out of town or something, you can give them just access to certain functionality.
And you can also set up
3 modes,
different passcodes for different people. So if that same dog walker or whatever, doesn't have app or access, you can give them their own key code. So when they come in, they can turn off the alarm with their own code, and then
and the alert you get says turned off by
and it'll
whoever, and
send
it
you an
tells
alert
whether it's on the keypad or by the app or.
So just the overall app for Ring is far
Way better.
Yeah, far better than Simplisafe.
Got a lot more buttons.
And you have access to the app before you don't have to pay for it. I mean, it's free.
So here's the big selling point for us. Price. That's what we're all worried about. The Simplisafe monitoring, let's just pretend everything else costs the same. Monitoring on Simplisafe is $15 a month. If you want app access,
and that doesn't give you app access for $15 a month. You still can't use the app.
The monitoring.
Yep.
If you want to have it on your phone, to be able to see it, to be able to get the SMS messages when it goes on and off, so you know it's turned on.
To be able to turn it on and off by your app.
Then that's an extra $10. So you're looking at $25 a month for basic monitoring.
Yep.
Ring, $10 a month. Lets you see your cameras, does all your monitoring for all your cameras, your doorbell, all your alarm.
You get cloud storage for your Ring doorbells and all your cameras. It's all included.
You can share it through your neighborhood if you want.
And as long as you pay for your
so that's
access.
$10 a month. Or $100 for a whole year.
Yep, $100 a whole year.
So we're looking at $300 a year here, $100 a year here.
Yep.
For what we see as better service.
Right.
So that's $200 savings. That buys your starter kit.
Yep.
Easily.
Yep. So it pays for itself.
For us, it was a no-brainer. When we needed to do the upgrade, we switched to Ring.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is, as long as you're paying for the monitoring, all your stuff is covered under warranty. So it doesn't matter if this breaks in 2 years, you call them up. As long as you're paying for your monitoring, they'll send you a brand new one, free. If this breaks, free. So it extends your warranty as long as you pay.
Service.
Yep. So that's another big win, I think. So, but yeah.
So it's new for us, but we're pretty much sold and biased towards.
Yeah, I mean, we've had the old Simplisafe for 6 years, and we've had our little issues with the app and
reliability,
and them not calling and sometimes calling, and then the keypad not working. But I mean, overall, it's been a good system. But then, in comes Ring, and then it's all new technology. Of course, it's going to have better features, but they built the app much better. And then the ceiling of the deal was just the monitoring of $100 a year versus $300 a year.
The
so
few areas where Simplisafe does win out, I feel like Ring can do without, like, it's just an update. It's just a tech update, an app update, or something like that. So it's not that you'd have to buy new stuff. It would just be firmware update or something like that.
Yep.
So they could add a key fob if you wanted that. I feel like they could add a watch app. So those few things, I think, or the panic code. I think they could add that with a firmware update. So.
And it's owned by Amazon, so you have a huge company backing this product. So, you know, it's only going to get better, I think.
So yeah, improve those few things, Ring. We're already sold, but a few things.
Yep. Anything else?
That's all I got on my
So-
list. My left brain.
So there you
list.
go. If you're considering the Simplisafe, even if you're considering the old one, because you can find the old ones on sale on their website, or if you're considering Ring, even over the new one, if you're considering the new one, I think personally the $100 a year monitoring alone is
Yeah.
is
So $200
versus
a year
$300.
savings
So you're saving $200 a year going with Ring,
just for monitoring.
which will pay for your system in 2 years. So versus going with Simplisafe and then paying $25 a month. So there you go. Hope this helps you decide which system to go with.
Let us know which one you choose.
Let us know in the comments which one you like better, and give us a thumbs up, subscribe. More videos coming soon.
Thanks.
See ya.